Huh? We are YouTube Live.
God. Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, and joining me tonight, we have Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater, Toney, and the Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton. Oh, real quick, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, guys. So, man, what's going on? Let's hear it.
Well, just got back from OHIO.
OHIO?
Got into water, got into some good gold.
How long were you in OHIO?
We were there Friday and Saturday. Yep, came home Saturday night.
And who is we?
Me and Dustin Beard.
Okay.
Didn't find the gold.
Man, I tell you what, I was really happy for Dustin. He's the one that bought my old 3-inch, and it's next down. It's got that little ring on it, and it's actually less than 2.5 inches if you ever measured it, because it's got that ring on it.
Right.
But man, he got into some nice chunky gold, and I was like, man, because I had my mini with my dryline dredge nozzle. Of course, I got some good, decent gold, but not the chunky stuff like he got. Woo!
Yeah, but was he with a 2-inch?
Yeah, it was
Inch and a half.
Actually, it was less than a 2.5 inch.
Inch and a half.
No, it was over a 2, less than 2.5.
Nice. Still.
Oh, I got you.
So, yeah, it was a good time. And then he said Saturday we were gonna, since I was done, I was kind of, I don't know, we weren't expecting any rain. There wasn't supposed to be any rain.
Right.
And I was telling him how the creek rises and everything down there with just a drop of the hat. You don't even have to rain and the water will rise like a foot. Right. When they open up the dam or whatever, it's spillway. And it was about, probably 11:30 that night. And I was just about asleep before I got into the deep sleep. And I thought I heard thundering. And I thought, huh? And it happened a couple times. And then after that, it quit. And then before the deep sleep, I heard it kind of tap, 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 tap on the top. And I thought, is that rain? So I kind of started to wake up, and I listened, nothing. So as soon as I closed my eyes, I heard it again. I jumped up and said, let's get our stuff out of the creek. And by that time, as soon as we got up, man, it really started coming down. Thunder and lightning, rain. Oh my gosh. We were wet when we got, and the funny thing about it is, I guess it didn't rain up north from there. That creek didn't come up 1 inch.
Yeah,
It rained there for probably 3 hours.
You got lucky.
Yep. You got real lucky.
Yep, real lucky. You know how that place is.
But he was talking Saturday. We were going to run into town and get Burger King and get us a home of the Whopper. And he's like, man, I could smash a pepperoni pizza. And the more I thought about it, I went in there and I stopped in at the gas station right beside the Burger King. I said, hey, is there a pizza place? Of course, they said, oh, there's a Domino's. I'm like, no. And then they said, well, there's a Pizza Hut. And I went, yeah.
That's good enough. That's pizza.
I got a deep dish pepperoni with breadsticks. And man, when we got back with that thing, we smashed that. We smashed it.
Pizza.
Oh man, it was awesome.
Pizza. I got pizza.
And instead of leaving Sunday morning, we had everything up, and I had pretty much everything ready to go, just a couple things on the outside. He said, what do you think? Think we ought to go ahead and head home tonight, or you want to wait till tomorrow? And I went, you know what? We're done. Everything's up here. Let's go ahead and pack her up and go.
Uh-huh.
So we headed on back, and I had a great time.
Nice. Well, good.
Cool deal.
It is awesome. Did you see?
And that's why I said there's no gold in Indiana. If you want to get good gold, go to Ohio.
None in Ohio, neither. Did you see Bill?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, bummer.
No, I did not. I didn't even have time. But I tell you what, I went and got a bunch of that spring water, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I loaded up and brought a bunch back.
Gotta have that water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it give you a little bounce in your step? You know, because it is spring water.
Well, the funniest thing was I got there and I forgot my CPAP. And I told Dustin, I said, man, I forgot my CPAP. I said, my wife swears that I could wake up the whole town. She said, I snore so loud. And we were in that little trailer of mine and he couldn't go to sleep. He said, my God, I've never heard anybody snore like that in my life. That's why we decided, I said, well, I don't have my CPAP. I said, just go home Saturday night.
Earplugs.
Yeah. I don't even know if earplugs would help, Rich.
Yeah.
So what'd you guys do on Father's Day weekend? Anything? My daughter took me out today for Father's Day and bought my lunch. We were going to go to Cracker Barrel, but that place was so packed. I'd never seen Cracker Barrel that packed.
Yeah.
So we went to the Arby's. We went to the Arby's next door and ate. So she got me, she bought me dinner. And
Father's Day and Mother's Day. Don't go near Cracker Barrel.
Oh man, I've never ever seen it that busy.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
I was smoking meat.
Smoking meat.
How do you keep the end of those things lit?
I know, right?
Very easy. Now my neighbor just bought a smoker.
Dang.
He's getting into it too now, so I'm teaching him the ropes, and so he's got a propane smoker, and mine is electric.
Gotcha.
So there is a difference, and he found that out today. He ended up almost burning some, and had it in a little bit too long, wasn't paying attention, and so he's learning. But yeah, he did some venison sticks, and then I did some beef and pork sticks.
Cool.
And they were the real plump ones, about 22, 24 millimeter.
Smoking meat.
Yep.
That's a good weekend. What I did, what'd you do, Scott?
Yep.
I'll go last.
Now I was working in the garden.
Man, you wouldn't believe what I did. It was amazing. Amazing.
Amazing what Scott did. What did you do, Scott?
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you what, my new drill coming to mail, which I know most of you seen the video. I did put it on Go Prospector Space Radio. I'm just saying. It was a phenomenal weekend, because with that little drill, what I did, I'm like, man, I cannot wait. It's going to be, you know what, that's going to cut down things so much. Like I said, when you go in with a shovel, you're digging anything from 2 foot, it's a foot to 2 foot wide.
Right.
And a shovel only goes so far.
Right.
So like I said, this auger I got is awesome. It's 24 inches deep. And all you got to do is keep pulling it. It's like ice. Just keep pulling whatever you're drilling up, you got to keep pulling it. It'll fly off and go to the outside. Right. And man, it's going to make my testing so much easier. It's really awesome. And now I got, well, I don't know if you can see it because, I got the background on, but I got the new Ryobi, the big drill, the actual one I needed to have for it, because I think it's going to work it a lot better. And then I got the big battery. Not the little battery. I got the big battery. It's going to cost you $100. But that battery right there, it's going to be enough through my claim. I think, one day right now in this heat, if I can get anywhere from 20 to 25 holes, I'm pretty good. After that, it's going to be getting pretty warm down there, and I'm not going to stay down there for too long. But you know what? It helps, because what I want to do is I'm going to take those what do they call them? Masonry flags or road flags, the little orange flags.
Mace.
Yeah, masonry flags. Anyway, I'm going to drill a hole and I'm going to put those flags in. And when I put those flags in, what's really great is because there's a nice overlook to all my claims. Right. So when I get up top, after the flags are in, I'm going to take a picture of that, and I'm going to have Lisa, my old lady, print it out bigger. And then we're actually going to make a map off of the picture with those flags that I have.
Right.
That'll tell me, you know, we got 20 colors, 30 colors, right and left. It's going to tell me exactly where I want to go.
Uh-huh.
It's just, I think it's going to be a lot better for testing than what I thought it was. I thought it was just going to be the easy way, but I think now it's going to be beneficial.
Right.
That's where I'm at with that.
Right. Yeah. They're actually survey flags is what they'd be, Scott.
Survey. Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
we can get them cheap. I mean, they're cheap. I don't know what they are. I just see them when they put them along the road and
I
assume it.
bag of them at Home Depot or something.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
But we can get them really cheap right now, and just like I said, man, just mark it out. And you can do oranges and yellows left to right or blues left to right. They have different colors.
Right.
So to go up and actually get a picture of like all your claim, and you actually can mark it out what you found, you can actually really follow the gold streak, the pay streak through your whole claim.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, it's going to be a lot of hard work this year, but man, I'm telling you what, there's certain things that I found already that's going to make this year a lot easier. And that's why I want to kind of go early.
Right.
To go in July, I have a friend of mine said he's coming here from July, and I think he's from New York. I'm like, dude, you don't even know what hot is. I don't think you need to do that. He's like, I'm not afraid of heat. I'm like, yeah, it's not about the heat, it's about you dying in the sun.
Right.
So yeah, it's like, I'm not even digging right now. If I did do something, you'd have to get up, 4:30 in the morning? Yeah. Be down there by 5, maybe work till 10, and then you're done for the rest of the day. There's no way.
That's okay, I guess, because then you got the whole day left,
Well, what I'm looking at is it kind of gives me a good jump on my actual gold season.
Right.
And you know what? If I actually find out, like I said last time, where we found that sand, the white sand barrier, if I find that in my claim and start digging that, you could dig a lot of that in the morning until 10 o'clock and then let it go. But
right.
when the cool air comes back in, get back out there. That's when you start pulling your 6 to 8 hour days.
Yeah, I mean, heck, go for it. Got to do it. If you could.
I know a lot of people out there listen to 6 to 8 hour days like, oh, that's not long. Trust me, when you're using a shovel and a pick, 6 to 8 hours is a long time.
It'll wear you down. 4 hours and you're done.
Yeah.
But if you guys didn't, one of the things I did forget, my daughter, she got me the shirt that said, my favorite kid bought me this shirt with my own money.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, right?
And then there's 2 bags. And then I forgot this right here. She got me, says,
yeah,
best dad. And they got a picture when she was.
Oh, that's cool. Everything was a nice picture except for that Green Bay jacket. That's a good picture, you and Ellie. Yeah. Good one. All right, now I'll tell you what I did all weekend.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Worked. No, I started putting the floors in my house, so did that all day yesterday.
What kind of floors?
Cut grass for an hour and a half, then came back to putting
wood floor.
Huh?
What kind of floors?
Laminate floors. Yeah. Tearing up the carpet, putting all laminate throughout the house. Then today, got up, had to go to my brother's, put in a garage door opener.
Is it looks like the wooden floors?
Yeah.
Like the slats?
Yeah.
I like that. That is cool.
Yeah, it looks good. It's gonna so good. I got about a quarter of the way done.
Man, you gotta take pictures of that. I want to see that.
I am. I'm taking pictures the whole way. Yeah. I'll share them with you.
Yeah, but he ain't posting it until he's done.
Right. But I don't know. I might take off a day or two this week. I got some vacation time just to get them done. So that's one less project. Then today, like I said, put a garage door opener in. I was like, oh my God, I'm beat.
That's not fun at all.
No. But my brother's moving. He's selling his house. So he's like, hey, I got something I want to give you. I'm like, what? He's like, my new TV. I'm like, what? Thing's not even a year old. It's a 4K TV. He's like, I want you to have it. I don't need it because he's moving in with his girlfriend and she's got a nice TV. I'm like, sweet, I'll take it.
What is it, Tim?
It's a Sony 50-inch 4K TV.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not even a year old. He's like, I want you to have it. I'm like, okay, I don't want to let you down, so I'll take it. Why
Where
not?
are you putting it at?
I put it in the living room, actually.
Mm.
Already done. Took her TV, put it away, and put that one up.
You hang it on the wall or what?
I got 2 wall mount brackets. I'm gonna, that as soon as I'm done with the floor, I'm gonna hang it on the wall. Because I got to pull a power box up there behind it and stuff, because I don't like the cords running down the wall. So I'll just put a box behind it so I can plug in and be done. Yeah. I couldn't turn it down. Brand new. He never home to even watch the thing. So it's like, why not? Hey, sure. So it was a good Father's Day. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Yep.
Now I guess you're going to have a special guest tonight on Cooley's Corner, right, Rich?
Yes, I am. He's going to come all the way from Juneau, Alaska.
Man. Who is it? Anybody we know?
The Raise Man.
Razor's going to be joining us here on Cooley's Corner here in a little bit. That's cool. We're going to be talking about Juneau. Now, Dennis, I did your Lost Treasures, but last week I think it was.
Yeah. All right.
I forget where we was at in Alaska, Rich. Some weird name place. But
Oh, where the heck were we?
where were we in Alaska?
Chicken, wasn't it?
No, that was the first week. Last week it was some weird name.
Oh, Kenai.
Kenai. That's where it was.
Yeah, the Kenai River.
Yeah. I did your Lost Treasures from there.
Yeah, and they were pretty much almost all from Alaska when
Yeah.
you come down to Weird Logs.
Yeah. Yep, but that's cool. So Dennis is back. I don't know if you're going to have anything for Juneau.
Is that where we're at, Juneau?
Yeah, I don't know if they have anything for Juneau or
Well, I'll
not.
tell you what. While you're doing that other stuff, I'm gonna search real quick.
Right.
And see if I can find anything in Juneau.
Find some Juneau Lost.
So
There might be a
Good
couple.
luck even trying to spell it.
Isn't it like Junai or something?
Juneau.
What? Juneau?
Yep.
Juneau. That's what it sounds like to me. Juneau. Juneau.
Juneau.
Juneau. Interesting. But that's where we're going to be tonight with Cooley's Corner and Lost Treasures. Oh, what is Scott doing now? It just makes you wonder, right?
Yep.
He's muted. Got a gold pan on that he wishes was his. Was somebody else's.
For the birthdays a while.
Yeah, go for it, brother. How many birthdays? Father's Day birthday.
Yeah, we'll let Dennis go. He's doing research, so we won't have him sing.
All right.
All right, tonight, June 21st, 2020. The birthdays are the following: Billy Crockett, Dan Barron, Eric Ledbetter, George E. M. Jr., Harry Board, Josie Koblenz, and Mark Berry. Then we have birthdays tomorrow. We have Bill, Bruce, Christopher Donahoe, Jennifer Roon, Ken, Louis Dupree, Martin Hahn, Mitch from North Carolina, Nichols Jansen, and Peter Martson, Renee Bauer, Sloan Gravely, and Steve.
Okay.
You know what? Who stands out on that one? I don't know who to.
I don't know. Let me try either Billy Crockett or Josie. Let me try Josie.
Yeah, do Billy Crockett.
I'll take that one. Yeah, let's go.
Josie first, since I clicked on it already.
Yeah.
Josie might be Jose, maybe. I don't know. JOS. Well, he does gold panning, and do you belong in any clubs? Not yet. So let's go back. Let's go with Billy Crockett.
Yeah, that was old Colonel Joe's. I think it's his nephew.
How was it?
Yeah. Yep.
And he does metal detecting and panning.
Mm-hmm.
He belongs to the GPAA West Virginia Gold Seekers.
Yeah.
And he found the site from TreasureNet.
Okay.
All right.
And the equipment he uses is high bankers, sluice, and pan.
No.
All right.
Looks like he's been here. Let's see.
In a while.
2014, June.
Oh, I was going to say 213. Oh, man, I should have guessed.
You gotta start guessing. Yeah, when you're here.
Well, at least that's when his birthday was. So June 21st, 2014 is when they was saying happy birthday. So I don't know if that
That might have been when he joined. That was
had to be where he enjoying probably.
Good
Cool. Happy day.
birthday. Everybody, you know who else has a birthday?
Who else?
Gold prices.
Oh, my goodness. Here it is. It's old Swiftwater Toney filling in from Shad, the Buffaloes. You know the wandering buffaloes. Look them up on YouTube. Anyway, here we go. Gold prices are still looking good. I'm seeing right now 1746. For me, man, I hope they stay there. I swear to goodness. Just give me 1 year. 1 year.
1 year.
1 year. Because I only need 8 months.
At
I'm
17.
just saying, give me one year. But anyway, coming in at 1746, up to 60 at 15%. That's not too bad. I'm telling you what, folks, that's not too shabby. Anyway, silver prices up 0.12 to 1773.
Okay.
Still ain't breaking that 18 mark like it was, though.
Oh, it's struggling.
Yeah, I know. We come up to the old platinum price. Man, I'll tell you what, folks. Gold and silver's been doing pretty good, but the other ones ain't doing too great. We got down 1%. That's $800 an ounce for platinum.
Ooh.
So if any of you ladies out there want to go a platinum and diamond ring, guess what? Platinum's not worth $3,000 anymore. Just telling you. And we got palladium. Palladium prices coming in, and it took a major drop of 24 to $1,804.
Okay.
So, man, that's a pretty good bunch. And like I said, right now, China and Australia is trading in the gold, and they're going between 49 and 46. They're bouncing up and down, just kind of keeping it level
Right.
at this time. Other than that, you'll have to look at it to yourself.
No rhodium. I don't.
No rhodium. I don't have any rhodium prices. For some reason, the thing I have is not rhodium. They don't care about rhodium.
Usually Michael posts it in the chat room.
Well, if anybody out there knows about the rhodium thing, come on, because you know what? I'm still looking for a rhodium miner to come on and talk to us. So,
what's rhodium up to this week? And then, you know, as I say, what's it up to? Because it probably went up again.
no, come on. It had to drop.
It's rhodium. It always goes up.
I mean, platinum drop, palladium drop, silver went up 12 cents. We went up $2. Come on. It had to drop.
Rhodium.
Wait, you know what? I'm going to just do this. Rhodium prices.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just type in rhodium prices.
And let's see how this goes. Let's
Rhodium.
just see if I can find something that's new. Oh, wait, we got it right now. Rhodium prices. Today says 1 troy ounce 69. So 1 ounce is going at, man, that is just crazy. Who puts stuff like that? Okay, $1,982.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Should be 8,000 something.
It's 8,200 an ounce right now.
Hang on a second. Maybe it took a big drop.
What is them rhodium prices from the
Maybe that's a gram.
It says rhodium price right now. Rhodium price today, rhodium price per ounce, 1982.43. I'm not joking, you guys. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It
Hey, if
dropped
anybody else can confirm it, go ahead.
It dropped that much. Holy crap.
It's
Better buy.
8,200 a troy ounce right now.
Yeah. Rhodium.
Yeah, 8,200 is what I'm seeing.
Why am I getting it per ounce? It's a 1,982.
Per troy ounce is what I'm seeing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Well, that don't make no sense because I got
They
it.
have you do one thing, Scott Toney, and you can't.
Hey, I'm just telling you, it is what I'm looking at right. I just look at it, said rhodium prices today.
You're gonna have everybody running out to buy rhodium.
Hey, go buy some rhodium, guys. I'm just telling you.
Thinking it's 1,000 something an ounce.
Yeah, that was something else. Here's my card information.
Hard. I want.
Give me 100 shares.
It'd be like, okay.
Okay, wait. Now something switched right now. I just went to rhodium 2,175.
You're getting closer. I'll try about 6,000 more.
I don't know why is this, dude. These guys are like the market's still trading right now, and I'm seeing crazy crap. I don't know.
That's probably what they're willing to buy it for.
How much? How are you spelling rhodium?
Rhodium.
How are you spelling it? Tell me.
It's spelled rhodium. RH.
Wrong.
Wait. RHOD.
Wrong.
RHODUIUM. Rhodium.
Hey.
What do you mean wrong? It's rhodium. Like a rodeo. You just leave off the you put the rhodium.
Yeah, them are 1955 prices, David.
Well, obviously something's not really right. It says today's prices. I mean, it's like large in charge right in my face. I don't understand it.
Me neither. That doesn't even make sense. Man, is your
Unit conversion for rhodium price today.
issues?
That's what it gives me. Sorry, folks. You know what? All the other prices are right. Check them out because I already looked at the gold price. I know it's right. Evidently, we might think rhodium's bigger than what we thought.
Evidently, rhodium is 8,200 a troy ounce.
8,200 a troy ounce.
100 a troy ounce. It is. You could go to metallary.com, METALARY.com, and they'll show you the prices. Metallary.
Okay, I did it 3 times. It keeps coming up. Rhodium price per 1 ounce, 1982. I don't know, guys.
You better run out and buy some. That cheap.
Well, you can't even, what do you mean buy some? You can't even dig it or find it.
Well, I bet you could buy it from like Perth or something, you know?
A rapper has it.
Yeah, or a rapper has it. Somebody has some. You could buy some rhodium.
Oh boy,
I'll sell you some for 1,900 an ounce.
Call 2 Chainz.
I got some rhodium. I keep it under that bridge I got for sale.
And see, right now I got this right now. It says it's gold 1757, silver 1790, platinum 8. Damn it, I don't want to pop up. Get out of there. And then rhodium 6,800 is what they got on this one.
Well, now you're up to 6,000. I mean,
Hey, you said, you know, I said.
Don't leave them up. You're fired, Tim. You ever put them up to this again?
You know what? I had it catch up. Dude, really, rhodium? Who digs rhodium on the show? If you dig rhodium on the show, I want to know about it.
I dig
Other than that, you shouldn't even be worried about rhodium price. Who cares about rhodium? You can't mine it. You ain't got the equipment for it.
But because it's a precious metal.
It's crap that somebody made a precious metal because they freaking got a call for it. It's not gold or silver.
Hey,
Mouth.
they put it in maize, Scott.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Don Perignon.
It's something Don Perignon. Whatever.
Don Perignon metals.
So I'm just saying, it is what it is. Now I just seen, okay, 600, 8,600. That's where it was at.
It'll probably be up to 8,200, right where it's supposed to.
My gold prices and silver prices are spot on. I don't care. I see it trading. They're dead on. Other than that, sorry about your luck. If you're a rhodium miner, don't be listening to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you'd have them all selling at that price going, oh my God, panic setting in. They thought they had something. They're going to say, Scott said it was only 1,800, 1,600. I've lost all my savings.
It happens.
8,200. We'll stick with that price. Sounds better. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, if anybody here is like, I'm a rhodium miner, please just unsubscribe me and just get rid of me on Facebook because that's baloney.
Rhodium miner going to come on here.
There is not going to, I hope, you know what? I've been looking, I can't find one. Evidently, they're not like what you actually call like what we do, but they're groups.
Right.
So you got to get the head of the group. Boy, that takes a lot.
All right. I'll get us a rhodium miner. He'll tell you all about rhodium. Okay.
I'm just telling you how much gold's worth. I mean, it's worth a lot.
I'm interested.
Right now, and I hope it stays there. 17. If it stays above 17 all year, man, I'll be happy. Man, Dennis, I hope you're going to be happy with it. I mean, I guess you're going back to Idaho, right?
Oh yeah.
See, so man, if it stays above 17, that's going to be that's the cream of the crop right now. This is actually what caused all of us people like ourselves in the room, on the chat, and everything. This is what caused us to go out because gold got up to $1,700.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting one of them augers.
Yeah, but I mean, look, from $300 to $1,700, that's what got a lot of people gold mining.
Uh-huh.
Now the price is at over $1,700. Oh, why wouldn't you, as a gold miner, be out doing what you can? Like I said, I'm already thinking about starting my season earlier, and it could kill me. I mean, it's hot. It's really hot. It's no joke hot. But if I can get tents, if I can get water, I can dig. So we're gonna find out, man, because I gotta get it while the getting's good.
Man,
I can't let Dennis get all the gold at the pit or Ohio. You know, heck with the crap.
You gotta get out there, Scott. Get out there in the heat, man. Get up at 4 a.m. Get out there. Chop chop.
See, that is what it takes. That is what it takes. You got to get up. You have to get up at 4 a.m.
Well, do it. I get up at 4:30 every morning. Get up and go.
And I'm already up at 4:30 in the morning. So
it's a job. Just get up, go, work like half a day. That'd be like a part-time job. Get some go.
Part-time job.
Just pretend it's like a part-time job. Get up at 4:30 and go dig. And whatever you make, your wage.
That's funny. You just said a part-time job and go dig. Now you can dig for 4 hours, and that's an 8-hour job per day. I don't care who you are.
Pretend it's a part-time job, and that's your wages for the day.
Right.
You make, and it's still nice and cool out. And you're
okay.
Home before it gets hot, right?
It's hot at 9 o'clock.
Well, it's not scorching hot at 9 o'clock.
No, yes, it is. It's scorching hot in the sun at 9 o'clock.
Well, get out of the sun. Put up a sun awning and get some shade.
Well, like I said, I got plans on getting out there, and I started seeing the temperatures coming for like early July and stuff. I'm like, oh, this can't be for real. We've had like a lot of time you could have actually went and did something.
Uh-huh.
And now it's changing to like Arizona weather, like real Arizona weather. And that sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, that sucks when it's 110 degrees.
Yeah, because you can't do anything.
Well,
I mean,
no.
seriously, you can't do anything.
Well, what do people do in Arizona when it's 110 degrees?
They go out and smoke a cigarette on the porch and walk back inside.
Is it?
That's about as far as you go.
Is it like a ghost town in Arizona?
You wouldn't believe it.
Is it?
I mean, in certain places like towns and stuff, yeah, it is. Like people just don't get out. Like you always got people driving. I mean, that's common. It's Arizona. Everybody drives around, got their air conditioners going, but you don't see nobody out looking at the sights and stuff like that.
What about roofers and stuff?
No, they work in the morning. They're off the roof by 9 o'clock. They're done.
Okay, so see, you could do the same thing for mining, right?
Well, like I know, but
Done by like
it gives you like 3 hours. It drives you nuts to do that. But
Does
yeah,
it?
you can do it.
I mean, if
But I'm
you're
not-
on claims, you can leave your equipment there and just be like, okay, just come back the next morning, bing, bing, bing.
No, I mean, yeah, I got that.
Right.
It's just it's hard right now because we're still in the process of getting Camp Just Saying going.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I don't even have my truck and my camper pulled over there yet. We still got to get that stuff pulled over there. All the stuff out of the storage bin put in the house. You know, I want everything that I need right there at the gold camp. It's the main hub. You got to have everything. You can't be chasing it.
It's the central hub. is what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I got you. How far is the claim from the camp?
Probably about 3 miles, maybe.
Oh, heck.
No, I've got everything, dude. It all worked out. Everything's really close. My gas should be really significant because what we were pricing everything on was gas at $3 and something, $3.25 a gallon. Well,
Right.
that all went down, but now gas is really down and gold's really up.
Right.
So you got to, I mean, it is the time to seize the moment, but you can't go out there and just kill yourself being money wise, you know.
$1,700 an ounce. You know what? I mean, it would suck if like in a week it went down to 800 an ounce or something. And
See, that would probably be devastating to what I got going on.
that's why it's like you just got to seize the moment, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to do what you can do and just, you know.
Yeah, that's why I was telling Dennis, I mean, heck, what happened to the pit? You're getting good gold. Heck, we're going anywhere else. Just, dude, eat that gold up. Just get it while you can now. Yeah. And then maybe by winter, if it's still over 17, sell that gold off and do something and go back to Idaho. And, you know, you could do the whole thing. You got to just, once you find that gold, eat it up. Eat it. Don't go looking for something else. What is that? A gift horse in the mouth?
Right.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Once you find that gold, do it.
Yep. Do it. Just do it. I mean, that's
What was that, Rich?
I said, don't give a gift horse in the mouth.
Right. I mean, once you start getting it right now, dude, it's at 1,700. And 1,700 is what drove everybody crazy. And it went to 88, 98, I think. And that's as high as it got. We're over 17. We're at 1,760 something. We're still there. People should be going gaga over this.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You know, that's good money right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Just sitting at the bottom of a creek,
It's really good money.
waiting to be scooped up. Right?
Yeah, I know. But it just, I still look at it. You know what? I still make money off the earth
Mm-hmm.
and what it's worth. And
Now, okay,
I like that. So,
Scott, you're not going to dredge down there, are you?
no, buddy, oh my God. There is no water whatsoever.
I was going to say, see, if you're dredging, you're in the water, that would help. But
Yeah, but see, the water's way away from where I want to dig.
oh, okay, I got you.
You got to remember, I want to dig 100 years ago, not what's now.
Right.
I want those big floods 100 years ago that when people, you know, they might have had a pan and that's it. But there was a big, a bench just laid in there.
Right.
That's what I want.
I know what you're saying now. Okay. I know. I understand. I really do. I know exactly what you're thinking. Yep, I sure do. Oh, man.
Anyway, I'm excited. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I say. I hope you can get out there soon. So what we'll do, let's pop to a quick commercial. And then I'll get Ray in here. And we'll come back with some Cooley's Corner. How'll that be?
That'll work.
All right. Wait one. Let me pull my commercials up. All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their miners' legal fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit DirtHogPayDirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. DirtHogPayDirt.com, the best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time into Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Join Rich Cooley as he talks about equipment, new products, and so much more for all us prospectors and treasure hunters. Here's Rich.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Tonight we have a special guest coming all the way from Juneau. Hey, Ray, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Dennis. How you doing tonight? Happy Father's Day to you.
I'm the one talking, not Dennis.
Oh, well.
Hey, thank you, Ray.
Hey, Dennis has been on my mind today. I see the first thing this morning, I see his ugly mug pop up on my computer on Facebook. So I started my day off with Dennis Dayton's smile.
Well, I have pity for you if you're waking up thinking about him.
It was a rough start, I tell you. There wasn't enough coffee for that shit.
Oh, I tell you. So I contacted you, and you let me know a little bit about Juneau's hidden history.
Yeah.
In that clip that you kind of sent me, It covers a little bit about Perseverance Trail. And I'll just read a little bit of this, and then maybe you could talk about it. Are you familiar with the trail?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay, I'll read what he says here. And this comes from Brian Weed. He does the Juneau's Hidden History. Yeah. And Ray can talk a little bit more about him in a minute here. But he said 100 years ago, it looked very different. This is a collection of photos that he put on his site here. The Silver Bow Basin along the Gold Creek, 150 miles of tunnels under the mountains in that area. The shafts dropping hundreds of feet into huge slopes and cracks in the earth. The small tunnels everywhere. The mom and pop miners were up there too, with the hammer and the hand drill trying to strike it rich. Ruins if you know where to look. The end of the trail was one of the best spots. The whole town once stood there. A school, post office, boarding houses, cabins, houses, and huge mining buildings. The deposit at the Perseverance mine was discovered by Joe Juneau and Richard Harris in 1880. The mine developed by two major crosscuts, the Alexander crosscut, completed in 1905, and the Sheep Creek Tunnel, completed in 1914. The mine was acquired by the Alaska Juneau Mining Company in 1933. It was connected underground to Alaska Juneau Mine in 1935. The mine operated in 1886 to 1943 and produced 70% of the total ore mined by the Alaska Juneau Mining Company. There's 26 miles of underground working on 10 levels in the Perseverance mine, which combined with the Alaska Juneau mine, total nearly 120 miles of underground workings. During the 1986 to 1988, Echo Bay Mines renovated the Sheep Creek Tunnel. It completed a 2,000-foot decline to the AG4 level and drove 1,100 feet of new workings in the Perseverance mine. Redman and others, approximately 360,000 feet of underground surface core drilling was completed by the Echo Bay Mines in the mine between 1986 and 1997. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
So assuming the sublevel cave mining model, calculated indicated interference, blase. But anyway, one thing, the total production from the Persevering mine was over 12 million tons of ore that yielded approximately 500,900 ounces. There you go.
Right. Yeah.
500,900 ounces of gold and over 482,000 ounces of silver. That is amazing.
And what's amazing about it is it was all hard rock that had to be crushed. And a lot of the rock was actually, it was crushed and then it went over conveyors, and the mine workers would actually hand sort the rock. And then the rock that was truly ore bearing would continue on and go all over into the crushers, be crushed. And in the early days, they used the mercury to go ahead and separate it. But the Douglas mine actually did go ahead and bring in a cyanide plant and start to use cyanide for cyanide leaching to get the gold out. Yes.
I've never seen that process with cyanide.
If I could figure out a way to share the screen to kind of host disabled participants square sheening. Okay, so I can't do that. Let's see. I would be able to take and show you guys actually what happened with how many mines are in Juneau.
Right.
There's probably, I would say, a good 400 or more mines actually in the greater Juneau area.
Wow.
The mines first originally started getting discovered about 60 miles south of here in Windham Bay and Sumdum, the Sumdum Bay, Sumdum Glacier area. And the gold belt, this ore body continues on good 60 miles past us here to the Kensington mine, which is just north of Juneau in Berners Bay. There is still, like you were saying, there in the 80s, Core Alaska went through the Juneau mines, and they estimated that there's still at least 98,000 tons of gold bearing ore still under the mountain right now.
Wow.
And that's just what they actually seen in the core drills in the tunnels that they managed to walk into.
Was that in some dumb or some not dumb?
No, that's actually in downtown Juneau, right downtown. There's still that much gold right downtown underneath the mine. There's been countless times where people have tried their darndest to get the Juneau mine back opened up again. But the NIMBY crowd, not in my backyard. NIMBY crowd shuts it down every time.
Is that where you took me and Caleb Ray when we went hiking up that, and we got to see some of the walls? And
right, that was actually the Juneau. That was the face side, the gas snow channel side. Now, Rich started the conversation out in Perseverance Trail. That's where we went, and we went to Gold Creek, and we seen the train.
Right.
That's actually the Perseverance Trail, the Silver Bow Basin. That's where Richard Harris and Joe Juneau, with Chief Cowie took them up the Silver Bow Basin, and they had panned and found the initial gold up there in the Perseverance Trail. I'm still kind of waiting and hoping that I'm going to get a word from Brian Weed, and he was going to try to call in, but so far he actually went hiking up the Salmon Creek Dam today, so he's probably not going to make it. It's going to be up to me to wing it.
Oh, yeah,
that's fine. You can wing it.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
I do got plenty of books here. I wish I still had the cover for this, but this is actually a signed copy. It's really, really old. It's supposed to be Hard Rock of Juneau. And it's actually a signed copy from Brenda and David Stone. And it's got in the acknowledgments here, right here at the very beginning, in the preface, it was kind of a neat little thing. It's really a fragile book. I tried to take real good care of this, but let's see. Where was this at? Okay. I'm just going to read this last little paragraph. Okay, by 1944, though the party was over, the cave-in of 1917 flooded all of the Treadwell workings. The Treadwell mine was actually over in Douglas, except for the Ready Bullion mine, which had not, and even that mine ceased operation in 1922. When the ore became too lean, the Alaska gas deno, which is on the town side that Dennis was just talking about, which had been built, one of the most innovative and successful mills in the history of mining, establishing world records along the way of the largest dam, the longest tunnel, the fastest tunneling, all ran out of decent ore and closed in 1921. In 1944, the AJ, Alaska Juneau, that's another, on the town side, closed too, a victim of the high cost of labor shortages and of World War II. During the operations, these three great mining and milling operations produced $158 million worth of gold here in Juneau.
Wow.
And that's at $32 an ounce. You know, it's just amazing how much rock went through this town. And, you know, they were talking about, Rich mentioned the Sheep Creek mine. Well, it tunneled all the way from the Perseverance Basin all the way through, and then the tailings went down to the beach where I actually go and get my ore when I'm actually beach mining down there on that beach.
Right.
So much of the grinding and everything, actually, they ground it up, and they built every one of the beaches around here off of just the tailings.
Wow.
Now, do you get to do other, I mean, I've always known you for doing beach mining. Do you do other mining in other areas too?
I don't never hardly ever get the chance to leave Juneau. Though I did actually, my gold bug started about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. And I was able to go up to the Snobble mine, the Big Nugget mine in Haines, because my brother was working there. And I got up there, and just their tailings, I found little flake of gold about half the size of my pinky finger. And it was instantly, it's like, man, I got gold in Juneau. I got to find it. So,
that's what started you.
That's what started me. And, it was all after building that silly little hat to take up to my brother, because he was all bummed out and no friends in Haines. Haines is a weird town. The Snobbles own that whole town. And if it ain't the Snobbles, it's the weirdo hippies up there. I mean, it's a strange town. But it's also a gateway town, because so many of the miners, when they came north, that was one of the trails that they took to try to make it up into the Klondike.
Mm-hmm.
They followed that road up into Haines Junction, but it was a lot longer route than what everybody took the Trail of Tears at the Klondike Trail in Skagway, which is just, so you got Haines, and then you go just a little bit further north, you got Skagway. And the Skagway was just instantly a straight climb up, and you're actually almost right into the Klondike instantly, right up there.
Okay.
So you're shaving off almost 300 miles by going 40 miles upstream. Because from Haines to Skagway is only like 40 water miles.
Are you saying as the crow flies?
No, I'm saying as water miles, man. we don't got no. I don't like crows, man. We got ravens, and they'll trick you. They'll tell you to go the other way.
Water miles.
Donut eating ravens.
It's the same difference as the crow flies. Like if you can fly it, it's really close, but if you can drive it, it's really far.
Yeah. And but it's amazing just how tough those old miners were. When I look at these books, these Juneau hidden histories and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another good book. You're talking about the 1980s. Here is the book by one of the miners that was actually doing it, Ed Earl Redman.
Okay.
This is actually one of the surveyors that actually in the 80s went around to every one of those mines and did gold assaying all over this town in the 1980s. And this is the book him and his wife produced on that gold study.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's another book a person can look up. But it all, and my friend Brian Weed, he is actually him and a bunch of the other, well, not a bunch of other, about 6 other guys. They've actually finally explored virtually every 300 and I think the last cut was 386 mines that they've actually gone through.
Now, was that on dog sled or no?
No, they're all hiking in. You're all just hiking in, and some of them are really, really a hard hike. I mean, you're going through dense, super dense rainforest, Devil's Club, wow, and vertical climbs. Mm-hmm. He talks about one of the richest areas, the creek. Rich is saying, do I go look for other areas? One of the richest spots that Brian Weed found, he actually just found an old miner's saucer cup and panned some tailings at the Bessie mine. Well, the Bessie mine is just north of town here, but it's also at the 3,200 or 3,400 foot level. And it's almost a vertical climb to get up there.
Wow.
But so those old miners, they are from the reading the histories, they would wait till it's absolutely frozen hard, mm-hmm, and then put sleds together and then try to tow. If the horses they'd go them as far as the horses could go, and after that, they'd break it down to smaller units and then tow it up by hand, all on sleds and ice. And I just can't imagine doing that myself personally.
It's amazing what gold will do.
Well, it'll do it to the old guys. They ain't gonna do it to me. Because like the Bessie Creek mine, that's almost a 4-mile each way trip.
Mm-hmm.
And so most of it's all over muskeg, which is let's see, I don't know exactly how to best describe muskeg other than ground that has no bottom and full of water.
Right.
And so you got to hike over 4 miles of the wet, soggiest shit you ever imagined, and then you got to go straight up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, you know what? I can't believe that, because if I ever believed somebody would give you the last great adventure that you would ever do in your life, and you were guaranteed to get gold, I think you, and like me, we would be the last people to freaking do it. You'd have to
I don't know, bud. I've hiked these damn hills. I don't like doing it. I'm 57 years old. I feel pretty darn young for 57 years old. But I tell you what, you start getting 2 miles through straight bush and you feel old real fast.
You feel your age.
So was there ever like a gold rush in Juneau or not? I mean, because the only way into Juneau is either a ferry or a plane ride, correct?
Yeah, well, that's the way it all was. I mean, the gold rush it all migrated by boats. You know, there was a big rush. Joe Juneau actually went up the Stikine River. He basically found every river he could and tried to go up these different rivers to see if there was good gold. But he realized the Stikine River was so huge, he'd never get up there very far. And he used the Alaska natives to try to see if they had seen any or how far they had gone and explored. Like in Rango, it was the Chief Shakes up the Stikine River, and he just didn't find enough. He did establish a camp, but it wasn't good enough. And so then he started coming back up the channel right from Wrangell, came through the Petersburg area. That's where the fishing was really good, but they're petered out. You come just barely north of Petersburg and you start getting into Windham Bay. And that's where the Sum Dum Glacier and Windham Bay is. He found some gold there and slowly worked his way up. They got into the Taku River area, which is just south of town. But the weather was the Taku Inlet is just dang dangerous. I mean, it can kick up 20-foot seas there, and it's just an inlet, and it's blowing right down off that glacier. I mean, that glacier comes ripping down, just blowing, and it'll pull the waves right up and capsize tons of boats. And then he finally managed to get across the Taku Inlet in the Taku River and got into Juneau. So they explored all the way up, and as soon as they figured Juneau was starting to play out, the mines were done, so we're going to go ahead and continue on past Juneau. That's where they found the Klondike Trail all the way up into the Yukon Territory.
You know what, Ray? I got a great question to ask you that I've been wondering for a long time, because I know that you actually sometimes you power boat your dredge out to where you're going to go. What waves do you consider, okay, I'm done?
Pretty much. I really cannot mine that area down there if it is a north wind. If it's a north wind, I can't mine it because it will take 2-foot seas and it'll pound me straight into the beach. Whereas I can actually deal with almost a 3-foot wave or 4-foot wave if it's a south wave, because I always launch it to south and I work my way north, and then I turn the corner. As soon as I turn that corner, those waves keep going, and the beach where I'm mining, it's all protected.
Right.
So, I mean, I can handle, a good 4-foot wave on my boat coming. It's 7 foot wide. I mean, Dennis, Dayton, and Caleb, and me, and a dredge, and a high banker, and all of it was riding on it. I made it very, very stable.
Right.
But when you turn that wave around and it's slamming you into the beach, it just becomes unworkable.
Okay.
Have you ever got to your spot on the beach and then, oh crap, I better hurry up and get out of here because there's big waves coming?
Well, I always worry about the big tour ship waves. I mean, you got to stop everything you're doing. You drop that nozzle or whatever you got to. You see that big wave coming from the cruise ship. You got to just drop that nozzle and hope like hell you leave that nozzle alone, or it don't gooey duck on you, and grab that dredge and try to hold that dredge. You get out as far in the water as you can let that dredge ride right up in the air and then back down again. You ride that wave.
Now, wait a minute. Now, Ray, most people don't know what that is. Explain what that is when they go by. Explain what the draft is and everything. Explain it to them.
What are you talking about? The newlyweds and nearly deads?
No, when the big ships go by, explain the draft. When they go by, what that actually does.
Oh, they just, it's just everybody's gone out in a boat and gone fishing, and it leaves a wave behind you, a wake.
Mhm.
I always call them wakes, a boat wake. And actually, believe it or not, the cruise ships are not quite as bad. I mean, even though it's a 400-foot vessel, it's a huge vessel, 600-foot vessel. That's not quite as bad as we've got about 60-foot catamaran boats with big, huge turbine jet engines in them, or not turbine jets. And they grab them newlyweds and nearly deads, and they haul ass and they go down to Windham Bay in some dumb glacier to take them up into Tracy Arm. Now, when those things are going by, they're going by at 60 miles an hour, and they'll throw a wake that can get up there 10 miles. I mean, it's dang close to 10 feet tall, and it'll bowl your ass over and throw you right in the sand and make you wish the hell you was out of the water.
Yeah, those big cruise ships, when they were coming by, when we were out there, I was out there with Ray and Caleb. Really, the waves off of it weren't bad at all. I mean, you get more from a boat coming by than you would those big cruise liners.
Right. It's them stupid tour boat operations that kick out the big wave. And actually, every now and then we actually do get a rogue wave. You always got to be paying attention out there.
Mm-hmm.
My poor friend, old man Russ Rifle, he's been out there more than once, and just out of the blue, there won't be a boat nowhere, and then here comes a 5-foot, 6-foot roller. It's like, where in the hell did that come from? And it flipped his boat over 3 times. I mean, flat flipped the boat over. I mean, the wave took it up and flipped it, crashed that sucker. His fuel tanks, his engines, everything went in the water, right in the salt water.
Now, have you been getting out any yet, Ray?
No, unfortunately not. I've been letting all the miners down. Even Bob's starting to tease me now with his damn garnets. He's like, I'd rather mine garnets than be Ray and sit around in his house not do nothing.
Hey, now you know how I feel.
Well, I think I do more mining than you, Scott. I can do more mining even sitting here. I at least pan gold at my house every now and then. I don't think you even worry about panning.
Yeah,
anymore.
but hey, wait a minute. That's stuff that you had from years ago. You can't pull that. You can't pull that. That's stuff from years ago.
Razor could shake his beard and get more gold out of than what you have, Scott.
Oh.
Ray, you still working on the garage?
Actually, I'm really pleased with myself. Yesterday, I got heat. I finally got a Toyo stove, and my little wooden portion of the garage is now essentially done. So now all I got to do is work on the big garage, and there's only about 4 or 5 days I need to do out there if I can get the money and the equipment and at least one guy to help me, because I got to still put up the last of the insulation and then all the fancy trim, and then maybe by the end of the year I can actually go gold dredging again.
Hopefully. All right.
But I lost the kicker. I've got it. My little outboard is dead. That Johnson outboard, I can't get the damn thing to run. And I had a loaner outboard on my dredge, but it was a loaner, and the owner wanted his loaner back.
That kind of makes sense.
Right? Yeah, sometime. Yeah, you're right.
It's like, hey, Ray, it doesn't actually belong in your garage. It kind of belongs in my garage. I'd like to go fishing.
Isn't it
Kind of neat.
Isn't it like the old country? Isn't it the old country loan? Your guarantee's up to 1 year, and after that, you have to buy it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, except for he wasn't selling it. He wasn't selling it, man. It's actually, this COVID-19 crap is kind of been a double-edged sword. We've got no tourists this year, and it's really hurt the economy bad.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's amazing. The fish are coming in, and they're biting like crazy. The king salmon have came in, and a lot of people are catching kings right down there on the beach where I mine. Halibut are showing up. A lot of my friends are all going out there fishing, and they're slaying them right now. The salmon are biting, the halibut are biting. They're all doing good.
Good. You know.
So you guys got a new exhibit that opened up here in June?
A new exhibit.
Yeah, new exhibit opening, Juneau, Douglas City Museum.
Huh, that's kind of news to me.
I know they on the Juneau Hidden History page.
Well, the Juneau Hidden Histories, they try to add to the different museums all the time. You know, Brian Weed and Greg Taylor, they work their heart out, going out and getting as much information as they can. And for the most part, they just try to record it with really good 35 millimeter film and digital film, and just do prints and photos rather than actually take artifacts out. So I know we built there is a brand new museum in Juneau, in the town of Juneau, but that's actually, that museum's only, I think it's 4 years old or 3 years old, and that's a new big museum.
Is that the Douglas City Museum, or?
Yeah, but I didn't know about the Douglas City Museum. Now, Douglas is actually an island. Juneau is actually on mainland.
Okay.
And you know, that was where the AJ mine, Alaska Juneau mine, is on AJ. Perseverance Basin's on that.
This Douglas is Juneau, Douglas City Museum, Juneau, Alaska.
Yep. And Douglas is where the mine that really caved in, that, you know, that probably employed, that's really what kicked it off. The most gold actually was out of that, the higher, richer gold was actually out of the Douglas mine. But again, they were boring underneath the channel, and then, as you would imagine, sooner or later, you keep boring underneath the channel, sooner or later, the rock's going to give way, and that whole mine filled. It just so happened that it filled in between on a shift change, and the only thing they lost was some livestock.
Oh, wow.
Because they had horses down there, you know, to take and pull the ore carts and everything. And all the miners were completely out of there, and the entire mine filled up, I mean, within an hour.
Now, I mean, you were talking about treasure, like not really treasure hunt, but like facts and stuff like that. Did they find a lot of artifacts in Juneau from like way back?
There's artifacts everywhere. Well, mining artifacts. There's mining artifacts everywhere. Now, there's very few Alaska Native artifacts to be found. The only Alaska Native artifacts that you can still find on a regular basis is petroglyphs. That's where the old Alaskan natives, they would actually carve into the stones and carve figurines into the stones, into the petroglyphs.
Yeah, we have those here, but I mean, you don't find any other artifacts from people being up there? And
no, not really. The Russian fur trade wasn't near as active as out there in Sitka on the outside islands. So trying to find like Russian trade beads to the Alaska Natives is pretty darn rare.
Yeah, but you don't find no tools from them, or hunting tools, or anything?
Not Alaska Natives tools, no, because virtually there is no there's no real hard rock like you guys got there in Indiana and Ohio, you know, where you got chert, where they could actually make arrowheads out of chert or flint. There is no really hard stone here. There's no obsidian. So for the most part, the Alaska Natives, all their hunting all revolved around wood and bone.
I was going to say bone, at least. I know that.
I tell you, one place that I think would be really cool, and I remember, Ray, you telling me about it, was where we went hiking and we kind of went where that big wall was, where all the writing was on it. Didn't you say there's like miles of tunnel, big cathedral, really, like big huge city in there or something?
There is. I mean, underneath the town of Juneau, there is just, like Brian Weed wrote there in his Facebook page, there is miles and miles of, there's probably close to 300 miles in the different mines around Juneau, over 300 miles worth of mine shafts underground.
Amazing.
You know, They still got lots of ore, and we're still finding new ore bodies. Just north of town, we've got the Kensington mine out there in Berners Bay. Well, right here on our road system, the glaciers have receded. The Herbert Glacier, in particular, the Herbert Glacier has receded all the way up the mountain and then back down the other side and climbing backward. And a guy I know, he actually used to be the prior owner of Coastal Helicopter, has been up there and actively having a Canadian company do core sampling, and they have found an ore body that's huge right there right there by the Herbert Glacier.
Now,
they've been here too.
Which glacier was the one that we went? Was that the Mendenhall Glacier or something like that?
Yeah, that is the Mendenhall Glacier. Yep, that's right there. That's the big ice cube. That's a big martini at the end of the road.
Has any more of that melted off since I've been there?
Oh yeah, it melts every year. It melts every year. It's caving back every year. It's getting further and further.
How much does it actually melt every year? Do you know?
I think they're saying it's almost a foot a year now. It's melting back about a foot a year now, something like that.
Interesting.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's just I really wish there was bigger gold in Juneau, but the gold here is just truly, it's all just fine. It's all just fine gold. There's no real big gold here.
Lots of it.
There's just a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you got to go, Ray, to find the bigger gold? How far away?
Well, Haynes is 80 miles north of me, water miles.
Go up around there.
Yep. Now Haynes is at, because they got the Chilkoot River. The Chilkoot River's there in Haynes. Trying to find. Oh, okay, there. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of looking, but yeah, the Chilkoot River, it's got, because you got the Porcupine Creek and, where Fred Hurd is up there mining. Right. And there's actually a new mine. There's actually just past the Porcupine mine. There's another big Canadian mine that's getting developed right up there right now.
Really?
Let's see. So yeah, if I wanted to get big gold, actually I've got opportunities if I had the money and the time off work, which I never have time off work. There's a guy I know that's actually up there around, what's the name of that mine that Kathleen featured a while back? Not Kensington, on it. It was that big copper mine. Anyhow, it's up there around the Valdez area.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually finding some really, really, really pretty gold.
Nice.
Really pretty gold. But again, that's going up north, and you're way out in the middle of nowhere.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Miles and miles of road. I mean, if I was to take if I had wings, I'd have to fly, probably 700 miles just to get there.
All right. That's probably why there's still nice gold there, right?
Yeah, it's way out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I took a tour of Juneau when I was there, and I got to see probably all of Juneau on the road you could drive in about 5 minutes, but I was in a really fast Corvette.
Well, between Juneau and the island of Douglas, we have 99 miles.
All right.
No. You can go as far as you can in Juneau, north, and far as you can go south, and then cross the bridge and go as far north on Douglas, and then as far south on Douglas, and you just did 99 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and everywhere you go, there's a dead end.
Now, Ray, why gold asked, he said, question for Ray. Tell us about your adventures with the TV crew. Did they get in the way while Ray's trying to dredge?
Well, the TV crews are very unorganized, and they don't know what the heck they're doing. They don't have a clue. I was lucky. I was very glad and lucky that it was actually with the Travel Channel. The Travel Channel didn't want to make a whole bunch of drama like you see with Discovery Channel and the Parkers.
Right.
They were more interested in just having fun. Unfortunately, I had to pay for everything. I mean, I literally had to pay for everything.
Wow.
Seriously?
Seriously, I paid for the gas. I paid for the lunch. I paid for everything.
They're the Travel Channel. They should have been treating you like royalty.
Oh, no. But they were fun. We did the show with Ariel Tweedo. They showed up. They didn't have a life jacket for her. They did take my advice, and they did get her a pair of waders, which surprised me. And they were oversized, but she was just such a tiny girl.
She's small, ain't she?
Yeah, they ain't gonna make waders that's gonna fit somebody that small. But that was actually it's fun. We just did it all in one big film. They said, okay, here you do this, here you do that, and here we go, good to go. They put the camera on me and put the mic on me and put the drone over my head, and away we went.
They could have called Scott and asked him where he gets his waders.
And then the guy I was actually talking to or hoping was going to get on the show, that Brian Weed, he did Alaska's Hidden Treasures with the Travel Channel. He did a TV show, and I got to work with them. Now they had me retake it a couple of times, but for the most part, it was just me and my brother out there high banking on the beach. And then they walked down and asked us, about what I thought where they could have found, where Joe Juno could have found gold up there in the Silverbow Basin, with a rocker box. They were asking me about the Lost Rocker Mine, I think is what they actually, the show was premised on, was the Lost Rocker Mine. And they call it the Lost Rocker Mine because they went up there with rocker boxes trying to find the gold with rocker boxes.
Right.
With a rocker box, hypothetically, you don't have to have running water. You could actually just have, a big tub of water, set your rocker box in there, ladle out some water, dump it in there, rock it, ladle it again.
Right.
So that was a fun little filming adventure. But actually, probably the funnest TV
it's kind of a lost art, though.
Oh yeah, rocker box. I'm sure it'd be pretty hard to run a rocker box. I bet you Bob could catch garnets with a rocker box, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Bob could catch garnets with a rocker box.
Well, I mean, I got a rocker box right now, but like, if you're gonna find,
well, you're not gonna use it, so.
If you know where the gold is, it's a different thing.
Yeah, you've been telling us that for like how long now? We still haven't seen one speck of gold.
And I'm just gonna make you guys look sad this year. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, we want you to, but
I've heard that before.
You need to do it.
I didn't even see a gold pan come out when you had your little auger thing and drilling in the sand. I seen you punch a hole. It's like, oh, there's some dirt. Woohoo! I got dirt.
That was in my yard. That's in my yard, man. I didn't.
Could have still panned it. It would look cool for.
No, the way the thing is I just want to show you how it dug, because Tim said you ought to show how it digged.
I wanted to see how it did. Yeah.
I got it in the hardest ground I knew was in the yard of the gold camp, because that's like, it's never been dug before. So, and it worked great. So I'm good.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Actually, believe it or not, we actually did that already. We used that same method right up here, and we tried to test the different layers of sand.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't do it, but Russ Rifle did. He actually took one of those auger drills, the garden augers, and garden augered down, as far as it would go, and he panned it to try to see what the different layers would give him.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't impressed.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, you're in sand. Like, sand changes like every night. No, you wouldn't. That's the wrong. No, you wouldn't do that.
Well, we tried.
Not wrong with trying.
Hey, Ray, I always wondered what's the weirdest thing you've ever found on the beach there while you were dredging?
Dennis Dayton from Indiana.
There you go.
That was the weirdest thing I ever seen on that beach. No, it's kind of cool every now and then walking around. It's always gross at the end of the year, you know, when you get the dead dog salmon in there and then the dead dog salmon decompose and their teeth fall out and you can see the little dog salmon teeth laying around. And in the way of artifacts and treasures, I really haven't found very much. I found one bottle and that was it.
Now, do you ever metal detect over there too?
No, the metal detector just sounds right off constantly.
Yeah.
Metal detector just sounds off. I mean, because it's all ironized rock everywhere you go out there is all ironized rock. So, and it's wet. So
Yeah.
it just makes, all it does is make a lot of noise and you don't never find nothing.
One thing I really like, you know, sometimes when I watch your videos, is I like that you guys have your parade every year, and you get on your little, what is it, a little fire truck or your little thing riding down the road.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to get burned on that one. The Shriners this year have decided that due to the COVID-19 and social distancing, the city of Juneau decided they were not going to issue any permits. They were not going to issue any permits at all. But I'm not one to go down without a fight. So I'm doing my own parade. I have done my due diligence. I have contacted CBJ, City and Borough of Juneau, and I have contacted the police department. They didn't tell me no, but they didn't tell me yes. Right. I cannot close the road. So they told me to put up some caution sign that people are on the road. And I'm going to do a parade out here in the valley. And I'm probably going to walk in my full Masonic regalia.
Okay.
With my grandson. There won't be no go-kart. I'm going to have to huff it in dress shoes. That's going to suck.
This is really, I know you also, every year you play Santa Claus. How you going to social distance that, you know, and have the kid sit on your lap?
I'm Geezer Claus. I'm exempt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just the rotten cousin. I'll poke the little children and fart on them.
I won't do none of that stuff this year, I bet. The rate it's going anyway.
Oh, down there, I work at a body shop. We get away with whatever we want down there at the body shop. And we have our body shop parties no matter whether or not the rest of town's absolutely crazy or not.
Right. Go for it, Ray.
Yeah, Ray's like, what do you want? And they're like, I want all this. They, great, you get what you get. Next.
Lump of coal. That's it. Just saying.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us there, Ray.
Well, I enjoyed, I wish I had a little bit more history on Juneau. Like I said, I know a lot of guys are not on Facebook, but the ones that are on Facebook, you can look up Juneau's Hidden Histories. And he's got their photo section is just amazing. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos of all the different mines. And he even has videos of going under the mine with little water RC water submarines.
Right.
That's cool.
So he's got all kinds of really, really neat stuff on his Facebook page. If you really wanted to see a lot of the Juneau's history.
Now they have all their finds too, right? Like they're really significant finds.
In photograph, he doesn't bring any of the stuff down off the mountain. The only thing he's actually been bringing off that mountain a little bit lately is railroad spikes. He's been playing with railroad spikes a little bit.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Because we had railroads all over this town.
Jaron just posted the link to that page in the chat room, so thank you.
So I guess before we're going to get off the phone here, I got a serious question for Tim Grimes.
Yes, sir.
Tim Grimes, when did you become Swiftwater daddy?
I didn't know it was.
Yeah, because you're almost teaching you how to not mind no more.
Wow.
That's funny.
Get out there at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh,
You know what, Ray? I look at it this way. I can do a video of doing nothing all day and make it look like gold mining, but you still don't see the gold, do you?
Well, I just got to give the creator a hard time. I mean, the creator of absolutely the best darn gold show there is,
That's
and
priceless.
he's got no gold.
That's priceless.
None this year. I haven't got out yet this
Well,
year.
you can't break him out. It's got coronavirus all over it. You can't get him out of the house.
No, I'm a coronavirus quarantine.
Well, last year, all you did was polish your car. So
Last year I had shoulder surgery.
Washed one wax off.
I didn't. This year I need
Well, now you got to admit, Tim, last year you were pretty much polishing that car.
no, last year I had shoulder surgery, so I didn't get to go out nowhere. The year before I was polishing the car.
Yeah, it was year before.
Right.
I mean, really, it's all coming down to Dennis Dayton catching the gold, you know. And I tell you what, I panned the pit dirt, and that ain't that pretty.
It's
It's like none of us are getting it.
well, you know what? Just keep digging up that beach sand, buddy. Just keep digging up that beach sand.
I'm gonna too. Actually, I've been kind of playing with the idea of running my sluice box with Doc made a power head attachment to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually, if I can find me a small pump, I want to take and try to use a small pump and recirculating the water and just use my sluice box as like a mini high banker out there on the beach, just for days I don't feel like messing around with the big dredge.
Right. Yeah, that's a lot.
But I wanted to give that a try sometime before the end of the year. So
yeah, why don't you?
Good luck, man. Good luck.
So Rich Cooley, are you heading for Virginia pretty soon or not?
Not sure yet.
Not sure yet.
No, probably not right now. I don't know. I got some stuff that I gotta see what happens. My wife's going through some therapy right now for her hand, so
Okay.
I need to get her taken care of before I get into prospecting. So
See, Rich is Scott's uncle.
No, Rich has actually gone and got gold. No, you better backpedal on that, Tim. Rich went all the way to
actually,
to
I was
El Schwenko's outing. You know, at least he went to El Schwenko's outing. You didn't.
and actually
what?
I was messing with dirt today.
I'm tired of hearing your guys' crap. I'm really tired.
I had two
I
5
am gonna have to
Shut
go
up, Scott,
Swiftwater
I'm
style
trying to
and make you all look bad.
All right, go ahead, Rich.
I had two 5-gallon buckets that I got from my buddy, the Indiana gold hunter Dennis Dayton, that I got a bunch of rocks out today, and I classified them down to 1/4 inch.
Uh-huh.
So they're already classified. So all I got to do is fire up my Cooley sluice, and I'm gonna do that hopefully sometime next weekend. And
Have you panned any of it out?
what's that?
Have you panned any of it out yet or anything?
No.
Or
No, I just basically got the big rocks out of it today, and get it
So
ready
you-
to run through my cleanup sluice.
Cool.
So what you're saying is you classified it. Now you got one pan left to go.
No, dude, my buckets there, Bubba.
There's more than one pan. I
That's
promise you.
more dirt than you've seen in the past year and a half.
Oh, they just throw me under the bus. That's all right.
It's only two 5-gallon buckets, Scott. You haven't even did a gallon bucket.
I got
He never 5-gallon bucket. Dennis ain't never seen a 5-gallon bucket in his life.
Dennis has got a buttload of 5-gallon buckets.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
and
they're
they
heavy
were
too.
hard packed.
Yeah,
Those things
I
had
thought
grass
those
growing out of
those were 3-gallon buckets.
no, 5-gallon.
No, and they're heavy.
Yeah.
I
I
use
thought-
3-gallon
thought you had the
buckets.
hook.
Dennis uses 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still got some. I got
They
it.
had grass growing out of them, but man, they were so hard packed in there.
hmm
I had to use a hand trowel and stuff to dig around the edges just to get it loose. It was packed in.
Or to it.
You know what? All I can say is one thing. By the end of this next year, you guys are all be saying one thing. Damn that Swiftwater.
Damn, that's what.
Uh-huh.
Damn, that's
All
what.
right. Well, before I get off of here on that baloney note,
Ray.
I want to give a big shout out to Dave Villa, Mr. Lodek, our friend Jerome Wheeler, good moderator, man. Thanks a million. El Schwenko is always hanging around talking in the areas. Ed Marvin, don't forget Ed Marvin on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And
Who?
Ed Marvin, Cornflake Marvin.
Cornflake.
Yeah, he's the one that actually gets gold too. Unlike
does old Ed in the Shed still do a show?
But I really appreciate, Tim, this Gold Prospector space. I'm almost on there every darn night, almost. Yeah. And best bunch of friends I've got on the internet. It's a lot more pleasant to be there than it is on Facebook nowadays with all the other weird shit that's going on. But
well, we appreciate you joining us tonight, Ray. Thank you.
Great.
And hopefully, Rich Cooley, man, these segments are really cool. I like them. Mm-hmm. And same way with Kathleen doing all her dredging up the news. I mean, the whole crew is doing a really good job. Keep up the good work. Well, most of the crew is doing a good job.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. God bless y'all. Have a good night. Happy 4th of July.
Take care, Ray. Happy Father's Day, brother.
Later, brother.
All right. Bye.
Bye, buddy. All right. Dennis, you got some lost treasures.
Yeah, I've got a few here. And I don't, some of them, I don't. Oh, yeah. Peanuts. Mm-hmm. Now I'm hungry.
Me too.
I don't know if you actually read any of these or not, but I've got a couple that I can I can do real quick. Actually, one is called the Mad Trapper Johnson treasure.
Yep.
It's located on the boundary line between Alaska and the Yukon Territory.
Mm-hmm.
After murdering several prospectors for their gold and robbing Indian trap lines, Johnson was killed by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in 1932. After shooting a Mountie while making for the Alaskan border, he caught the gold near the border, either in Alaska or Yukon, and was then shot and killed. There is no record of his catches being found.
Right. Now, I did mention that one. We was thinking that's that one movie too. I think they made a movie out of it.
I hope I'm not reading the same ones you were reading in last time.
Movie with Charles Bronson in it. Do you remember it, Dennis?
No.
Oh, you remember it if you've seen it, I bet.
Now, what about this one? Did you do? If it is, I'm probably pretty much going over the same page. But the Yukon riverboat Columbian caught fire and was beached and destroyed on September 25th, 1905. Did you do that one?
Yeah, I think it's the same page, probably.
How far did you go down that page?
I just did some of the short ones. There was some real big ones. Yeah.
You didn't do any of the big ones?
No. Mm-mm.
Do one or two of the big ones, Dennis.
Let's do that. Okay. The Great Klondike gold discovery came early in the winter of 1896 to 1897. But the news didn't reach the United States until June 15th, 1897.
Mm-hmm.
When the Elicitor sailed into San Francisco, on board were hardened sourdoughs, touting an average of $10,000 in gold that they found. On July 17th, the Portland steamed into Seattle, cargoing $1.75 million worth of gold.
Mm-hmm.
The stampede to the far north was on. Telegraph wires flashed word of the gold strikes across the continent, and a little settlement of Welsh Hill, Pennsylvania, a young man felt his heart pump fast with excitement. Remembered today as Frank, he packed up and set out for the Klondike, which is on the upper reaches of the Yukon River in both Alaska and Canada, to make his fortune.
Okay.
West Hill went on to the Klondike in search of gold. He succeeded beyond all expectation. He found plenty of it. That's not a lost treasure.
Just a story. All right.
This one's a lost treasure, maybe.
All right.
It's possible of one shipwreck off Kodiak Island. It may contain somewhere between 8 million and 24 million in gold in its battered hulk. And it's also very probable. It says shortly before the turn of the century, the Aleutian, loaded with gold from the mining regions of Nome and Fairbanks, went down in this region during a storm.
Mm-hmm.
He was reputed to be carrying a gold shipment worth somewhere between 1 million and 3 million. Today's prices would bring quite a bit more. But during a violent storm in the Aleutian, was blown more than 100 miles off course. It came to a grinding crash and was heard as the ship struck a partially submerged boulder. She sank within 8 minutes, and only a handful of those aboard escaped, reaching safety. They were told of a huge gold shipment on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Several years later, a pilot accidentally sighted the mast of the ship while flying off Kodiak during low tide. He said it also observed the boulder close by on which the vessel had foundered.
Huh.
Others have also reported the scene of the mast.
Okay.
Others were actually unable to locate the site once they went out there. Let's see, it says those who search for might find one or two other vessels as well, also profitable to their finder. One is the sloop Serva, which sank off Kodiak in 1905 while carrying about $35,000 in gold. Man, I wish I had the Shadulator here. The other is, if anyone out there in the chat room, how much is 35,000 in gold back in 1905 worth today? But anyway,
hello, you're crazy rich.
Yeah, that's a good number, Scott.
The other is the Schooner St. George, which sank in 1878 with around $15,000 in gold.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Man, you read all the short ones.
Yeah, I read all the short ones.
How far did you scroll? Man, there's a lot of big, long
To
stories.
the bottom of that page.
We got a... Let's see if we check on this one here.
Yeah, there was a lot of big stories.
Flash bash.
Flash bash.
Flash bash. Let's see. Alaska in 1892, 1 million face value of gold coins were buried on the island of Adak by illegal seal pirates. The coins were placed in a small food tin cans, cached in numerous shallow deposits near the shoreline of the island. Nearly all of the cans have yet to be recovered. Also, 2 men robbed a riverboat steamer of $13,000 in gold dust and nuggets contained in an iron box around 1890. Aboard the boat as passengers, they stole the chest from a locked room at night, tied a rope around the chest at one end and a life preserver at the other end. Making careful notes of landmarks, they pushed the chest overboard in the river between Tanana and Cork Rinds. Kind of sounds like pork rinds.
Pork rinds.
Yeah,
Where
you know
the-
what's funny though is because you said face value. That would not, face value would not hold a currency to today's value.
I have no idea. I'm just reading what it says.
Oh, never mind. I totally screwed up.
Anyway, between Tanana and Cork Rinds, where the Tanana River joins it, they disembarked at the next rest stop and returned to the site, but could not find the chest. Somehow, the life preserver had come loose from the rope, and the chest was lost in the river. The men were later captured, but the chest of gold could not be found.
I say somebody seen that life preserver. They pulled it up. They took the stash and threw the
Took
life.
the life preserver back in the water.
I mean, come on, you see a life preserver tied up, floating. You're gonna go pull it up and see what's there. Just
I got three more I'll do here. All right. A young prospector remembered only as Frank accumulated a great number of fruit jars full of gold dust and nuggets during the gold rush in the Klondike around 1897. He took a dozen jars home with him on a trip to Welsh Hill, Pennsylvania, but returned to the Klondike. He mysteriously died. His intentions had been what?
They always mysteriously.
Oh, he mysteriously died.
His intentions had been to pick up the remaining fruit jars filled with gold and sell his claim near Dawson. The jars must still be there. Another is a guard on a steamboat carrying $40,000 in gold dust and nuggets stole the sacks from the ship's strong room in the 1890s and buried the gold ashore while the boat was tied up at Fairbanks Wharf. He was found out, tried, and sent to prison where he died without ever recovering the treasure. And I don't know if you said this one. A cache of $50,000 in gold coins, known as the Tramp Stranger Treasure, say that fast 3 times, is buried in the York area.
Okay.
Where's the York area?
The legendary gold rush of 1898 took place along Anvil Creek, 4 miles north of Nome. A tent city stretching for 15 miles along Nome Beach sprang up. The number of ruins in this area are uncountable and is a paradise for relic and coin catch hunters.
Okay, that'd be a cool area to look.
Yep.
After
In
20 years, I don't know.
3 prospectors traveling across St. Ellis Mountains near the Yukon River came to a small lake where they found the bar literally covered with gold nuggets.
Yay.
They stored over 1,000 pounds in a nearby cave. Indians killed 2 and 1 escaped and never returned for the gold.
Interesting.
Many abandoned gold mines and miners' cabins can be found south of Anchorage along the Seaward Highway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's 18 sacks of high-graded gold ore are cached in an abandoned mine shaft on the north side of the Harris River, about 3 miles from the mouth of tidewater of 12-Mile Arm. The catch was secreted there in 1927.
Okay.
And the last one I'll do, this must pertain to Scott. It says Iditarod, now a ghost town, on the Iditarod River. We'll just call it Scott. On the Scott River, between the Yukon and Kuskokwim rivers, reached a peak population of 2,000 people during the gold rush and was widely known as a gambler's paradise. Over $18.5 million was removed from the area mines from 1910 to 1942. Lots of catches are rumored to be hidden nearby.
Oh, it sounds like there's still some good treasures in Alaska. Right?
Oh, there's lots, man. I mean, I could go on. I could make.
Oh, there was a lot when I looked at them. I was like, holy.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. That's some rough country, though, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the problem with that. It's like, and how many of them have been found, I wonder? Reported them. Interesting. Hey, let's do a giveaway real quick. Okay. Let's give away a bag of them gemstones that John Hunt sent us. So if you guys got a second, and the rules will be as always. If I call your name, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer in the chat.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
That you are here. So what we're gonna roll with some Benny Hill tonight.
Well, let's do it.
Roll with Benny Hill. All right. So
Dennis loves that stuff.
name I am looking for is Don Watson. Don Watson. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds. Don Watson. For a bag of gemstones from John Hunt.
The big gemstone bag.
They are big bags. And he's here. Nice.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Let me listen to Benny Hill for one more second. Okay.
Reminds me of the turkey.
I'm over it. All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah, Rich
So
is.
they're pretty good gemstones. I seen them.
They're cool. Yeah.
And they were dry. That's pretty good.
Awesome. So Don, watch over there. Rich is going to send you a side chat and get your mailing info, and I'll get those out to you one day this week, hopefully. So thanks again, John, for that awesome donation of those awesome gemstones.
Heck yeah.
And get Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, to tune in to Ed, Jess, Dano, and who else do they have with them now, Rich?
The twins.
Twins,
the Vixen twins, I think, right?
Are they the Diggin' Vixens?
They're not twins.
The Diggin' Vixens, or
They're the Treasure Vixens.
Thank you, Treasure Vixens. So it's all right. So
okay, I said it wrong. It's my fault.
Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Ed, Jess, Dano, and the Treasure Vixens over there on their YouTube channel.
That's right.
Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Be sure and check them out. You know, always a great show over there. So be sure and tune in. That's right. The Treasure Vixens. Why do I keep calling them the Diggin' Vixens? I don't know.
I don't know. Like I said, I had names too. So
Scott's calling them the twins.
I was thinking something else. Never mind.
Okay. Oh.
Anyway, get out there and start living life before life in there start living. And good night, gold diggers.
Not yet.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
And happy Father's Day. You're right. Like Dennis, he's right.
Just ignore him, Rich. We don't have the address yet, so.
I got it.
You got it?
I'm good. I already sent it to you.
Awesome. Thanks again, Don. Thank you, John, again for those gemstones. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to join us Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for West Coast Wednesday. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, click that subscribe button. That way you're notified when we go live every week. So until Wednesday, we're out of here. Have a great week.
Night, gold digger.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, gold diggers.
Next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
See you later, YouTube. Yeah.